counter any munitions, right, in any form, but we just haven't to date so far. Okay. Any other last call for questions then on the presentation before we go to the document tracking sheet and the field schedule? The document tracking sheet is a look ahead on the documents that are coming out, and then the field schedule is a look ahead on what we're doing in the field, which I know is important to many of you. So it's Dave Clark who gives us an update each time for that. Dave?
All right, thank you very much. Document tracking sheet this month, start at the page 1 at the top. We start again with the radiological reports. Now again, just looking at the colors, what the shading means, the blue shading indicates that agency comments are due within the next 60 days or are outstanding. Yellow shading indicates documents that will be issued draft or final within the next 60 days. So if you look at page 1 in the first section, radiological reports, you'll notice that's a lot of yellow and blue. That means that there's a lot of draft reports that will be going to the agencies and a lot of comments that will be due from the agencies. This is due to the outcomes from the historical radiological assessment technical memorandum, which identified areas that we went and investigated after that document came out. And so you'll see that for many of those sites, there was an investigation that was performed, and there's going to be a subsequent report called a Final Status Survey Report. That's what the FSS stands for. You'll see that there will be a report for each of those sites that are identified in the technical memorandum. So we're coming full circle on the project from identification of sites to investigation to reporting for a lot of these sites. What will of course be remaining is work in Site 12. And that still remains the big site for our work. Site 6, you'll notice also a work plan, a RDRAWP, that stands for Remedial Design, Remedial Action Work Plan. So you see that will be going draft to agencies as well. That's a major document. And then for Site 12, key documents there, items number 13 is an action memorandum for additional actions at Site 12. We were briefed on that in meetings past, and the associated work plan is item number 15. The TICRA, Time Critical Removal Action Work Plan. So item number 13 and 15 are related. Another report that is coming to wrap up a project, the Bigelow Court Post-Construction Summary Report, item number 14. So that project is coming to a close, a project that you may recall Tony Conzen, project manager, was managing, and he has finished that project. And then item number 16, a proposed plan, remedial action plan. This is one of the key steps in the circle process that is part of Site 12. This document will cover what we're calling a remedial action for Site 12. It will not include the solid waste disposal areas for this particular project, as Chris has a separate project going on for that. After proposed plans, you have records of decision to document the official action that, in this case, the Navy will be taking. Site 24 is nearing that milestone with the ROD/remedial action plan coming out hopefully at the end of this month. We're a little bit behind there, but we're hoping to get it signed as soon as possible. And then subsequently a work plan, a remedial design, remedial action work plan, item number 19, will be the document that will actually outline the work that is going to be implemented per the record of decision. On page 2, Site 31, we're finishing up the circle of work at Site 31 with a remedial action completion report. So you'll see that document is going final in November. And then there will be one more work plan associated with Site 31 to go forth and do a little more radiological investigation for Site 31. And that work plan will be coming in December to the agencies. That's item number 21. And one more ROD wrap, Site 32. This is for the chemical remedial action that we took for Site 32. And last but not least, item other reports, number 24 and 25, we'll have the finding of suitability for lease. And then item number 25, the site management plan, the document that Miriam showed before the annual report for the entire base. As far as field work, the field work activities, Site 12, as always, will continue Chris's project, and then there will be other projects that will follow that. Site 24, the data gaps investigation will be wrapping up. It should be wrapped up actually already, but there will be further work at Site 24 when the remedial action is implemented. And then also in spring, we'll hopefully get out and do some more work at Site 31. It says December, so actually December, yeah, so that's the correct time for that. A new project that I want to point out, item number 4, Historic Avenue N storm drain removal. So just so you know where this is, right down here, right in that area it's underground, so you can't see it, but there'll be a work plan coming out that you'll be able to see the exact location of that. It's a non-used historical piece of storm drain. And work for that will take about a month and a half, 2 months. A small project to remove the storm drain historical pipe.
Okay. Thank you, Dave. So for the fieldwork, in summary, when you're looking at Treasure Island in general, I just want to give people a clear picture of this. It's coming down to Site 24, our groundwater site, where we need to do further cleanup. We've done a lot of cleanup, but to get down to meet our goals, we need to do further cleanup at Site 24. And then at Site 6, which is in the northeastern portion of the island there, we need to do some excavation and digging and remove contaminants. And then the remainder of the bulk of work, it has to do with Site 12 and excavations that have to do much with the soil, but in one area, in Gateview, Dave, if you can write in Gateview, we'll be going down into the groundwater. And that's a project that we're working very closely with the Water Board on. So sort of, if you wanted the Reader's Digest version of Treasure Island, what's left, it's Site 24 groundwater, Site 6 soil, and then Site 12, the remaining things we need to do. And in future months, what we'll be presenting is, as we draw closer to Bryce Bartelma, if you remember, twice this year so far, he's talked about gathering data across Site 12 and then doing a removal action in some areas, particularly around Gateview. So future plans, right, are going to involve cordoning off the area near where Alice Pilgrim now lives. She lives in building 1309. We're going to cordon off an area, fence off an area, and then we're going to demolish buildings 1311 and 1313 and 1325. And then we're going to dig down in a petroleum hydrocarbon area right there at Gateview. So we'll be presenting the details of that. I can't really tell you much more until December. That's what we'll probably give you an update in December, along with our usual end of the year
Correct.
review. Okay. Thank you, Dave, for that.
Sure.